Hey everyone, it's Paul here, and recently I did a survey where I was asking people what is the biggest struggle that you face when it comes to planning your garden, and nearly 80% of people said it was because their lives were busy, just way too busy, or that it was overwhelming to think about that process. And I can understand there's a lot that goes into it, and so I put together a short series of videos here where I'm going to be sharing with you 3 secret keys to really help simplify that process and take the stress out of planning your garden for this next season. Okay, so today we're going to talk about secret number 2, and this is the one tweak that will really revolutionize your gardening experience and give you peace of mind. And that's something we all need, is peace of mind, isn't it? Simplicity here is king, and this is something that I really want to stress for you. The simpler that you can make your garden, the better. More is not always better when it comes to your garden. And so here's what I suggest that you do, and that is stick to 2 to 3 varieties. This is a whole mindset that you can come to your garden with. You know, it's easy when you're planning your garden to get taken away with all the different options and the varieties, and you see all these exotic things that you want to grow, and as you're building it, it kind of slips away from you and becomes bigger and bigger and bigger until when you actually plant your garden, it gets overwhelming. And the end result is that you have an experience where the garden just really ran away from you. And instead of being the master of the garden was the master of you. So come to your garden with this one mindset, and that it's going to really help with your peace of mind, and that is to keep it small and keep it simple. Especially to start out with, and that is number 1 here is stick to 2 or 3 varieties. You know, if you're going to grow tomatoes, stick to a couple varieties of tomatoes. If you're going to grow cucumbers, a couple varieties of cucumbers. You can even just grow 1 tomato, 1 variety of cucumbers, 1 variety of eggplants, but don't branch out too much. Next is keep your garden small, especially when you're starting out, and then as you get more and more experienced, you can get bigger and bigger. And this comes back to that key. You want to stay the master of your garden, because as long as you are the master, then you're going to have the fulfillment of having a garden that is beautiful and that has worked well for you, and you feel like you've had a success. Every time that your garden runs away from you, even if it's subconsciously, it's easy to feel like it was a failure, and you get a negative reaction to that garden. You always want to have a positive relationship with your garden. And then growing a small garden well will end up skyrocketing your success in the future, and you'll be able to grow and expand it as you master it and as you get better at it over time. So don't get caught in the whirlpool of possibility. It really just ends in disaster. That's my advice to you. Instead, focus. Stay focused on what you're doing, keep it small, and then grow from there. And listen, if you are really interested in taking seriously setting up your garden and planning it for success for this next season, then I want to share with you about our upcoming garden launch workshop. This is an in-depth garden training workshop where we're going to take you through the step-by-step process of planning and setting up your garden. It's going to be from January 17 through 21. And so if you've faced the stress of gardening by the seat of your pants, never really knowing what needs to be planted right now, or not having a clue of which veggies you should choose in those massive catalogs, in other words, if you've gone through gardening seasons and they've just ended up as a flop and you've never stayed on top of your game, then this workshop is for you. And instead of reliving that pain again, we want to help you set up your garden for success, not just for this year, but for the years ahead. So during this 5-day workshop, here's how we're going to help you. We're going to help you put together a complete plan for your gardening season. We'll help you decide which veggies to grow, and you'll learn some of our favorite varieties. So you could even just grow ours if you're interested in doing that, or you can decide for yourself which ones you want to grow. We'll help you order your seeds so you'll be all set to plant when the time comes. And here's the really exciting part, is we're going to help you put together a complete planting calendar so that you'll never have to worry about what you need to do each week. And this planting calendar you'll be able to use year after year. This is really really an investment that will, carry on into the years to come. So here's how it works. Included in the Garden Launch Workshop is 5 online workshop sessions from January 17 through 21. Each evening, we're going to come on live with you and do a training session where we'll take you through step-by-step training, taking you through the process of planning your garden, everything that I just shared, from choosing your seeds all the way to creating that planting calendar. You'll also have homework each evening, so it will help you keep up to date with the whole process as you're choosing your veggies and ordering your seeds. And there'll be question and answer times where we can help you with any specific questions or problems that you're facing going through the whole process. And, we're really there for personal help, so you can send us emails during this time. And we really want to simply work with you to help you set your garden up and plan it so it can really be a success, and so that you'll have a plan that you can use for years to come. So at the end, you'll have a personal garden plan ready to implement in your garden. Your seeds are going to be ordered. You'll have a personal planting calendar, so you won't have to worry about what to do each week, and you'll be ready to launch straight into the season. So you might have the question, how can I join? How can you join? Garden Launch Workshop enrollment. When I originally decided to do this workshop, I decided to price it at $250. But recently, I've decided to drop that price, and I'm dropping it down to only $150, and that's going to be the final price at $150. So you can just join for $150, or you can join for 3 payments of $50. I recognize that not everyone has that much to give at one time, and I want to make it as available as possible to people. So we split that up, and you can join for 3 payments of $50, billed monthly for 3 months. So as a quick recap, here's what's included in the Garden Launch Workshop. We have the 5 online workshop sessions each evening, January 17th to 21, where we're taking you through the step-by-step training of planning your garden. You'll take the homework each evening, fill it out so that you can come back and be ready for the next segment. There'll be question and answer times. We're really there to personally help you, and at the end, you're going to have your personal garden plan ready to implement. Your seeds will be ordered. You'll have a personal planting calendar, so you won't have to worry about what to do each week. And I just want to reiterate that right there has so much value. You can take that personal planting calendar and you can use it over and over and over again for years to come, and it will take a lot of the stress off of your garden, because every week, instead of wondering what you're going to do, you can just go to your calendar and you'll know, I need to plant my tomatoes now, or I need to transplant my cucumbers. So that's a real key. And at the end, you'll be ready to launch your garden. So you can enroll now for only $150, or like I mentioned, for the 3 payments of $50. But I should warn you, because of the personal nature of the workshop, and this is the first workshop that we've done like this, I am limiting the seats that are available. So it's a first come, first served basis. And the good news for you is that there's still room for you right now. We really want to help as many people as we can, but we also want to make this a very personal workshop where we can work as individually with you as possible. So if you're ready to join us, then click the button below this video that says Enroll Now to register right away. Or there is another option, and that is that I'm opening up the first session for free to anyone. So you could just sign up and join us for the first session and then decide. The key here is that if you do that, there's no guarantee that you'll have a seat. If you want to guarantee your seat and save it, then make sure to enroll now using the button below. Or you can sign up for our first session, join us for free, and if there are seats available, then you can join us at the first session as well. So listen, friends, we're excited about this. We're excited about helping you, and we can't wait to see you in session 1 in our first Garden Launch Workshop.